The business.
Yo, yo, yo. Man. Hold on. Let me get my. I don't even. I'm just hyped right now. Listen, man, who's with me? Yes. Who is here? Y'all let me know. Oh man. All right. Let me let the folks come back in as I went live a little earlier. Wow. Man, always viral. He said that was the most boring event. What were you looking for? That was exciting to me, family. Um, oh man, yeah. So, yo, I'm sorry, Matt. What's up? Brandon Rico. What's up? JCU. What's up? Anthony Dower. Hey, hello to everybody joining in one time. We're going to get started in a few seconds. I just figured I needed to soak all of this in, make sure I got my notes here. And man, Rabia, hopefully I said your name right. Yeah, it's hype. I'm always ready for these type of moments. Let me, how's my levels? Am I good? I don't even have my headphones in. I just said, you know what, we're going live. Um, yeah, so man, Cameron Beamster, what's going on? Lawrence Vaughn, produced by King Bill, what's up? Getting this done, what's up? Masaki ID, yo, what's going on? BG White, what's happening? Man, we back in here. Let's go ahead. Court Master, you know my man. What's going on? Cuddy, what's up? Nino Beats. Listen, I was not expecting some of the updates that came today. And so, yeah, we gotta go in and talk a little bit about all that has been announced. And if you were bored or if you didn't, let me know what you were looking for during this event because there's some game changers. Standing over. What's good, bro? Christopher Jordan. Yo. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, cool. We're all good. I'm just off the top. I don't have I just figured I'd go live with y'all and let's just have a great recap on what's going on and maybe, where you should put your dollars at because there was a lot. Man. So yeah, let's kind of start talking about what's happening here and man, what I'm hype about. So, yo, let's get straight into what I wasn't expecting. The iPad Mini. Yo, so listen, this new iPad Mini was everything I hoped for last year. Patrick Chang, what's going on? Nate Turner, Carl Jones, what's up? Alex Maddox, Donald Herring, what's going on? If y'all got questions, please hit me in this chat box. So let's talk about this. But listen, this new iPad Mini was everything that I was hoping for. As far as something that you could always take with you and has the power to do all the things that we've been wanting to do as content creators, as video editors, as music producers. I mean, it's got the same size as the normal iPad mini, but now with a bigger screen. It's got the nice new edges. It's got the USB Type-C. Man, I mean, it's got the center stage that I've been using a lot on this iPad Pro. It's got, man, the new A15 Bionic, which they didn't speak on when they talked about it initially. I was wondering, it does have the new A15 Bionic. So if you think about this new iPad mini is similar if you were thinking about something like the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Man, if you want something that can do a little bit more, has USB Type-C, can have the ability to, use LumaFusion with external storage, all of these things in a small, compact device, boy, yeah, it's happening. I'm about to order this. I should probably order it now. Can it be ordered right now? Hold on, let me see. Damn. All right, I would go with Space Gray. I'm going 256 Wi-Fi cellular. All right. Boom. All right. What's going on? So, I mean, I'll do that in a little bit, but I'll tell y'all this. It was something to see this new iPad mini. And I know that, for a lot of us out there who want a smaller device that can do it all, and we can really carry it around. I told y'all before, I like the smaller devices. Having something like the 11-inch iPad Pro would have been even more official for me than this 12.9 because this thing right here, it stays on my desk all the time. Let me get back to the chat and let's see what's going on. Oh yes, yes, Jesus moment. He was really hoping for a center stage on the iPhones as well. I know they didn't speak on that. Damn. Um, yeah, I don't know why that hasn't came yet, or if they're, it's based off of, situations where, maybe the camera is better or center stage is better when it's not moving. Like, cause all the time that they showed center stage is always with the iPad just being kind of stable. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But yeah, I did not see center stage on the iPhones. And they did not announce the AirPods 3. No, they didn't. If you're looking for that, I don't know. I would rather see the new AirPods Pro 2 than the AirPods 3 for me. But Destiny FOMO says she just bought the Mini 256 with Wi-Fi cellular. Hopefully you still can return that because this one's a game changer. I promise you. Um, I was about to make that purchase. Y'all thought I was going to do it. I wasn't going to purchase just like that, but I will get it for sure. Yo, Donald Herring, thank you for the super sticker. Man, let me put this on the chat. Sheba dog dressed a traditional outfit waving Japanese fans. Yo, for sure. I just it was crazy. It was a crazy, crazy thing for me to see all these new updates. And yes, I'm an Apple fanboy to the core. So I mean, hey, I will take that to the grave. Oh, Wheezy, Henny about to have a silent beat making in the desert with the iPad Mini. Yes, sir. It something like that will really help me get out of my space and be able to do even more and fit things in a sleeve, in a sling with the with just those capabilities. You're looking at something like this iPad Mini, and yeah, I'm with Cuddy. I want to buy everything. I mean, I think for what's happening now, with all that's being shown, we got the new, of course, the iPhone 13 Pro, the iPhone 13, the iPhone 13 Mini. We got the new Apple Watch, which I was hoping would have a little bit, I don't know, maybe different redesign from some of what the leaks were. And I don't, having the iPhone Series 6, I don't necessarily need the I don't know if I need the Series 7 just yet. There isn't that many new details for, the way that it can track things for me as far as wanting to upgrade from the Series 6. But I don't know. It is still kind of dope. But this iPad Mini 5, this iPad Mini, would that be iPad Mini 6? Something like that. Yo, that was the game changer for me and for those like students and people who maybe can't afford something like the new iPad Mini. This new iPad with the 13 Bionic. Let me go to some of my notes. Some of the fact that it's has the support for center stage and things of that nature. I like everything that's going on with this, what is it, 329 gigabyte device. So I think for those who are students, especially those who are in middle school and maybe even high school, maybe even college, that the regular new iPad is a really, really great addition to the lineup for iPads, and I think it'll be able to do a lot for what you're trying to do. But if you can afford it, boy, this new iPad Mini that has pencil support, that has center stage, that has USB Type C, this stole the show to me. I don't know. Y'all let me know. It kind of stole the show. Let me go back to these comments and see what's going on. Frank Leo, what's going on? I was going to upgrade a watch, no more. Same Series 5. Yeah, Benjamin, since birth, I have iPad Air Series 4. I'm good on that. I hear you. Man, Brandon Rico, I know, bro. The Mini paired with the Satechi Dock Hub. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But can we talk a little bit about, man, the iPhone 13 with this cinematic mode? I mean, I think a lot of people will think initially that it's going to be, gimmicky, right? That it's going to, not look as good as a traditional DSLR, something like you're seeing me on right now. And I'm rocking the Sony A7C with the 20 millimeter 1.8 lens right now. Let me go back here. I think that this is something that comes out right when portrait mode first came out. Everybody kind of hated on it, specifically like with how it did people with glasses or people certain strands of their hair not really cutting it out well. But that was kind of before we saw all the things that was going on, with the LiDAR sensor. And now that they're combining all these technologies to be able to do things like cinematic mode, let me see if I can get to it and see how they show it on the website. Oh, and even like macro video, right? Like thinking about things when you're doing, like if you wanted to be a content creator and you needed one camera and a device to do it all. These iPhones being able, even like this new iPhone 13 Pro, thinking about B-roll, right? Thinking about being able to have, your normal talking headshot with the regular wide shot, right? Then you can go in and after the fact, you can start doing B-roll with, like how they're doing here with their macro video, all the way to their cinematic modes. Yo, like what else do you need? I love the fact of where we're going with the one phone to do it all. And I haven't really been interested in a lot of cameras this year. I've been kind of okay with what's going on in my setup, but I'll tell you, like having a phone like the iPhone 13 Pro is probably with the one that I'm going to get, just because it can do so much. And we're getting to a space in content creation where I just see so many content creators doing things just with their phones. And yeah, Benjamin, since birth saying they got all the way up to the 1 terabyte model. And so you're going to be able to do a ton with a phone. And that's insane. Like, man, hey, I'm with you, Cameron Bean. So Samsung is lit with the Fold. But yeah, I'm with you. Apple gang till I die as well. And Apple, yeah, they do show you the best quality that you could possibly get. I hear you, Brandon, on as far as what can be capable with a camera like that. But that's what you want to see. You want to see the capabilities with, the right lighting and the proper, technicians to be able to do all of those things. But just for an everyday person to be able to have those ideas and be able to do those types of things, boy, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, the biggest letdown to me, I would say, is the Apple Watch. I wanted a little bit more from the Apple Watch, right? If we go back to it, there wasn't. I'm gonna look at my notes here, and of course, they have new workouts. They got the new cycling workout, right? They got things of talking about it 70% brighter, and there's up the faster charging is kind of cool, but I've never really had any issues with charging this Series 6. Yeah, the big screen and being able to have like a full keyboard on the screen, I think that's kind of dope. But is it enough for me to want to go ahead and upgrade from this last year's model? As a content creator, somebody who does this, I'll have to take a hard look at that. But for me, for right now, the design wasn't big enough. Even though it's bigger, I'd have to probably see this in store, in hand, to see exactly how much bigger and how much better it looks. But for me, from the fact that they're saying it's more crack resistant, I'm not easy on my watches at all, and I see that I have no scratches on my watch now. So I don't know who's gonna hang on to their current devices and who's going to upgrade. Gwendolyn G, hey, what's going on? Yeah, so the battery life. Yeah, I hear you, Max Plins. Sorry if I butchered the name, but yeah, it should have been better on the watch. But hey, I feel like a bigger. This was kind of like the year that they just showed you that they're going on a bigger size, right? But next year I'm hoping that we can get a lot more improvements on what the watch can track. As far as that will help me out a lot as far as when I would want to upgrade a watch. Brian, what's up, man? Brian Tate. I'm an upgrade, but the phone was just an upgrade to me. Why? What were you expecting, Brian? Tell me about that. I don't know. I just for me I love upgrading every year, and that's just my personal preference when it comes to these phones. And of course, I'm a techie, and I love these things. But when I think about all the different cameras that I have around me and the things that I want to make investments in, having the most powerful phone in my pocket to do all the things. If you're somebody like myself, as a content creator, somebody who invests a lot of time in doing video, doing pictures, and then managing your brand. I think it's a really really good upgrade, and I really like what's going on with the 13 Pro for me. But even the 13 mini with the updated battery life, because you can see I still carry two. I have the 13, or I have the 12 mini, and I have the 12 Pro Max. And this year I'm going to go ahead and probably sell these back to Apple and just get the 13 Pro, because that is probably the best bet, like I thought. And I think that, with the 13 Pro, let me look at some of these. Man, I like the new ultra wide lens, like the fact that it's a 1.7. I like the new telephoto. That's a 77 millimeter. I'm digging that. I like the whole Pro Motion and all of those things. And hey, the colors are just okay to me. I was hoping that they would come in like more of like a, I don't know, a matte black or something, but I'll have to figure out what I do as far as the phone color. Man, okay, so tell me, it was heavy on the camera upgrades, which is nice, but I'm a DSLR guy. Cool. I like the promotion, but I can only get so much. I hear you. And you know, man, I just, what's up, Ben Aqua? What's going on? I see you over there as well. Who is Kirk? Yeah, they have 64 and 256 for mini. Yeah, so if you're looking for the iPad Mini 6, dude, if you can, go for it. Go for the 256 gigabyte, because the 64 is not going to do you enough justice for the power and capabilities that it has. It's so capable. I would hate for you to just have enough for the 64 gigabyte model. I just don't think it's worth it. I think you should try to figure out if you can wait a little longer and afford the 256 gigabyte model, which I think comes in about, I think is it $799 is what I was looking at. But yeah, if you are a student, you can definitely get those discounts. So Rod Robinson says, not a content creator, but I try to stay paperless, and I try to have all I need in one device, but a regular person isn't going to appreciate these upgrades. True. If you have a 12, and you're not thinking of it like you need the best cameras and you need the best video specs, and you really will see the difference in the 120 hertz Pro Motion and all of these things. You're probably somebody who probably doesn't upgrade a lot anyway. So that's okay. Like, somebody who might still have an iPhone 10, or maybe, an iPhone SE2 or something like that. It's perfectly all good. I think for those who are excited about these new models, are those who like to upgrade every year, like to have the best of the best, or something that might fit your needs even better. And what I found this year is that since the summer of this year, I've been taking my cameras, my DSLRs, which I have a few, less and less, because I want to stay in the moment, right? I want to be able, when I'm with family, when I'm with friends, when I'm taking selfies, when we're just creating those moments, creating those vibes, I want to be able to just make sure that I capture that moment and then stay in that moment, versus taking something like, my Fuji X100V, which I will still take around with me all the time. But when you start introducing, better cinematic modes, and all of those things, I would rather take an iPhone 13 Pro, see what the capabilities are that I could do with that, and maybe only if I need to shoot, more, I don't know, special moments or things that, like, events, birthdays, and that type of things, where I'll bring in, something like this X100V or my Ricoh GR3. Yeah, I got a lot of cameras here. So, man. So, yeah, I don't know. I hear you. I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I will stick with that and wait till next year. Yeah, I feel you. If you only have, if you haven't upgraded in a few years and you don't have any issues with your phone, there really is no update needed for you, unless you see something here that's going to dramatically change the way you do what you need to do with your phone. But if you are somebody like a content creator, and you want the best of the best, and you're like, and you want to use these phones not only for, personal use, but also business, I can see why it can be a great upgrade for you. Let me go back to these questions and see what's up. Yeah, iPad mini with cellular, my new iPhone. Yes. Let's see who else is Lawrence Vaughn, I would say that for the rest of my senior year, okay, and then going into grad school, okay. I think let me try to get back to some of these comments. Um, Man, I think all in all, I love seeing yeah, Shalise Johnson. Yeah, seeing Pocket Queen at the beginning, I got hyped for that. She's super dope. And man, Ben Aqua with the super chat. Thank you, man. Hey, hitting for press 2024. Man, I'm just trying to keep the vibes and the energy good. Thank you, brother. I always appreciate you. I think, for the most part, when I love to do these recaps, is having this perspective of somebody who's just starting out and somebody who loves to do this all day, every day. Those are the two frame of mind that I always think about. And when I say, just starting out, or I'm thinking about something like this, right? When you're starting to create content or build a brand, anything that you're doing, what is it that's going to help you, take you to that next level. Anthony Dyer with the super sticker as well. Thank you. Pair character jumping up and down and say number one fan. Thank you so much. Yo, I love all the support all the time. And, that's why I want to get over here and just kind of talk honestly about what I see with these updates, because anytime Apple comes with an event, I'm always like, yo, what can change the game? So two things for me today were the iPad mini in the smaller size, almost like the iPad Air, but even shrunken down even further. To see all of that, even though it only has 256 gigabytes, is still a lot that you can do with that. And the fact that it is USB Type C, and being able to use hard drives like these Samsung T drives with it, like with LumaFusion, and hopefully with some music production apps, or even like Procreate or Affinity Photo, any of those apps, if they can start using the capabilities of offline and being able to do things off or just from the hard drive itself, you're going to be able to see so much more power that you can do on those devices. So you see something like the iPad Mini 6 and you're just like, yo, okay, it's small, it can fit in a sling, it can do everything I need it to do. Of course, it doesn't come with, they don't show it with any keyboard support or anything like that, but using like being able to have the Apple Pencil 2 support, things like that, being able to have the A15 Bionic inside of it, yo, that was the showstopper for me. The other one was the new camera updates in the iPhone 13 Pros, and knowing that I've always liked taking ultra wide photos with these cameras, and getting a bump in that was really cool. Seeing the upgraded camera specs on the 77 mm, the telephoto mode, and then also the cinematic modes. It might not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but when you can pull rack focus and you can change the depth after the fact, you can really create some dynamic content. And that's some of the biggest things that we want as content creators. That's why we use some of these bigger lenses, so that we can have, some of these, these features and have that professional look. So if you look at that, and then you look at something with the iPad Mini 6, and then if you're a student and you go all the way down to something like the original iPad that's just been updated, I think they're just great updates for those who might need them. So I don't know. Yeah. Larry Castle said he just bought that drive last week. Right on for my recommendation. Thank you, man. I'm glad that it's working out. I have a busted iPhone. Shalisa said I have a busted iPhone 11 Pro and no Apple Care, which is why I may have to upgrade to iPhone 13 Pro. But I had not any phone issues before that, I believe. Yeah, so if you have the 11 Pro, and you don't see anything that it's going to be game changing for you. I feel like if you have an 11 and up, you have to find that game changing phone situation that's gonna make it a no brainer for you. For me, the no brainer is the fact that I am a content creator and this is what I do. I'll review it. I'll be able to do videos on it, and I can make it part of this business that I run. So that is the reason why I upgrade every year. But if I was not into all of the things that I'm into, and I was just looking for a phone, and I do have like an iPhone 11 or something like that, I don't know. It really depends. How is the camera in the iPad Mini Pro? Well, it's the iPad Mini 6. But let's see. What do they say in the note? Let me see if I wrote that down in the iPad Mini. I believe the back camera is a 12 megapixel with a 1.8 lens with true tone flash. And then, but the front facing camera does have the new center stage feature, which is really awesome because, having that super wide, I think it's 120 angle field of view, and being able to have it move with you, being able to have, use that for, situations like Zoom and FaceTime. And even I think you can still like use certain apps to record using that feature. It's really cool. So, but the back camera, I think is probably something near the lines of the wide camera in the iPhone 11 Pro. Don't quote me on that, but I think the 1.8 is something like that. Roy says, I have an iPhone XR. I won't upgrade this year. I feel like mobile phones as a concept have peaked. Well, I feel you. I mean, and I mean, there's not, at this point, what can we really see happening? Because, we're only going to be limited to, the way that the phones are shaped and whatever. That's why I think Samsung is really taking a different approach with their foldables. But the foldables have a long way to go as far as durability. And I think, more people want durable phones that they can use without having to think about, them cracking or breaking too easily. And, in what other ways are we going to see dynamic changes to the smartphone market? I don't know. But yeah, so Yogi Fish is saying, okay, thanks. I want to make a documentary with a phone or an iPad based system. Yeah, I think you can do a lot with the new iPad Mini. And so, yeah, man. Okay. My man Anthony Jones said, yo, he just ordered it. Damn. It's probably going to be sold out by the time I try to get it because I'm trying to show all the things that's happening with this update. But it's all good. I'll get it at some point. Yo, I'm glad that you ordered that. I think it's going to be an amazing device. And I know that for a lot of people, that is exactly what they need. They want something small, compact, powerful, and has the ability to do just as much as almost an iPad Pro. And I don't really see too much that it's lacking besides storage space. I'm rocking the 1 terabyte on this, this year's latest model iPad Pro. And, for the most part, I think for somebody who wants to do video editing, for somebody who wants to, do some content creation here, somebody maybe wants to, do music production on the go, or maybe even wants an easier way to do all of that, and then maybe, use it as an e-reader or things like that. Yo, that's an amazing joint. Brandon Rico says, I got a cellular Pro and didn't use it that much. Not sure if I can justify it on the Mini. Yeah, so, of course, the Mini is now coming with 5G as well. And you got to think about that. If you're somebody who really needs, LTE or 5G support on an iPad, maybe you do. But tethering has always been a very easy feature coming from the phone to the iPad. So, you might not need that. It really depends on how often you're out and how often you need 5G versus being in a place that has Wi-Fi. So, I mean, I don't know. Tech Outsider. Gotta love how Apple shows the iPhone 13 on a motorcycle, but then a week early puts a statement on how using an iPhone on a motorcycle can wreck the stabilizer on your phone. I'm with you. Man, yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, and they probably shot that a while ago. I don't know. But produced by King Bill says, thinking about getting the iPad Mini for streaming. Okay, going to use my Pro for production. Yeah, I think that's it's a dope way to look at that as well. If you're looking at that for a specific streaming device where you can go and really get your content out there and go live, or maybe even do some type of podcasting or things of that nature, I think that would be a pretty cool idea. But at the same time, you could always go with the Mini, or if you want a streaming device, you might think about an iPad Mini, or I'm sorry, an iPhone Mini. What is that? iPhone 13 mini, sorry, or iPhone 12 mini, in the fact that, you can do all of that, but then it also has the ability to do that cinematic mode. So we'll have to see if the cinematic mode will come to, features where you can do it live or not, or if it's just going to be based off of recording and recording after the fact. That's something that we have to see what will happen. Um, so yeah, man. So we'll have to see what's up with all of these updates. Y'all let me know if we're upgrading or not. Let me get back to some of these questions in here. I know it's kind of going crazy. Um, Okay, people are purchasing the new iPad Mini. I think that was the game changer. Let's go back to that one more time. Let's look at these new iPads and let's learn a little bit more about what you can do, the colors, the options, everything. I just like the fact that, man, it's basically like a mini iPad Pro. I've been talking about this for a long time. Could we get the iPad Mini to mimic what the Pro is doing? And that's what we got today. And I am super hyped for that. I mean, look at this. This is the all new screen design, a powerful A15 Bionic, which is the same, which is in the new iPhone 13s. It's got 5G. It's got the Apple Pencil support. It's got 4 colors, all of that. I'll probably go with the space gray for me, but I just I don't know. That was it. I didn't think they were coming with that today, and when they did, I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm hyped for this. Now, I'm not sure. Even looking at how people are connecting it for music production, like I see so many possibilities for the iPad Mini, the new iPad Mini. It's going to be crazy, and so that's definitely the upgrade for me. And So who is Kirk says he's going with the iPhone 13. He just got the iPad Mini on pre-order. That's fire. Let's see. The Apple website says the Apple Watch. Yes, the Apple Watch they're saying is probably going to be available later this fall. I think there was some supply issues. Don't quote me on that, but I've heard that on the rumor mill saying that that's the reason why the Apple Watch will be coming later on this year, which probably means something like late October or maybe mid-November. All right, so Sergio is asking, do you recommend me upgrade from the iPhone 8 Plus to the iPhone 13 Pro Max? I mean, if you're really into the bigger phones, let me see. Honestly, it's really up to you as far as if you really like the bigger phones. I've had this for the last year. This is the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and more times than not, I felt that it was just a little too big. But I also have the Mini, and so I'm going to go in the middle and say the iPhone 13 Pro is going to give you the right amount of real estate for the price. And you might think with that upgrade, or if you had the budget for the 13 Pro Max, but you maybe wanted to get maybe more of storage, maybe go with the 13 Pro with more storage than the 13 Max with the storage size that you might have been thinking about, whether it's the 128 or the 256. Depending on the upgrade, I we'll have to see. We'll have to look to see exactly what that would cost. Let me go here and see exactly what we're talking about on pricing. But I think for a lot of people, if you're looking between the 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max, it really depends on if you really like these bigger size phones. But the more you like these bigger size phones, I'm telling you, you might start looking at those iPad minis, because it's really, I wish I had my iPad mini 5. My son takes it to school. So I'm telling you, it's going to be something you have to think about if you want a separate device for certain things, but if you just want to do the all-in-one device and you like the biggest device that you could possibly get on the go, yeah, just go ahead with the 13 Pro Max. Hopefully that helped. um, so yeah, Anthony Dower is saying, I suspect that cinematic mode has a hardware requirement and isn't simply a software upgrade to the firmware. No, yeah, so I think it's all based off the A15 Bionic and being able to process all of those things at once. And the fact that they have all of these new GPU cores and things of that nature. Michael Rollins is saying, I would suspect, yeah, it's definitely a hardware thing that they're doing to be able to give you all of those features between the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 13 Pro. Um, Yeah, it's crazy to think about all the things that this phone can do. I'm just going back here and showing you um, just some of the things that the iPhone 13 Pro is going to be able to do. Like this, cinematic mode is crazy. It's just one of those things that is going to be game changing over time. I think it's only going to get better. Like portrait mode's only gotten better, and the technology and the hardware improvements is going to make it so that a lot of this is going to, going to replace some of these DSLRs, and that's what I'm betting on over the next 2 to 3 years. So if you can get really good at shooting really great content on your phone, you're going to be such a step ahead from those who are unlikely to upgrade from their mirrorless cameras or other things. Not to say that the mirrorless camera is going to be obsolete anytime soon, but there's so many instances where you want to capture that moment or capture that footage and you don't have your DSLR or your mirrorless camera with you, and now you're getting even better quality than before. So let me get back to some of these questions. All right, let me get a sip as well. um Shalice Johnson is asking, what is my thoughts on the iPad Pro having M1 chip versus the A15 in the iPad Mini? Mini also doesn't have ProMotion and other small differences, but it's still a much welcome upgrade. The M1 processor, right? It was I believe it's very similar to the A14 with more cores and things of that nature. I don't think the iPad Mini needs all of that, but with the fact that it has the A15 Bionic, the fact that it has, I'm not sure the RAM. I'm not sure if it only has 4 gigabytes of RAM or whatever, but I think a lot of what's happening with the apps that are on our devices right now, they're not even really accessing a lot that is being capable, the lot that's ability, all of the things that is able to do with these iPads now, right? So the iPad that I have here has 16 gigabytes of RAM and all of that. I don't see so many issues with where we're looking at the iPad Mini 6 being that less capable than the iPad Pro in 2021. I mean, I'm telling you, like, for the apps that we're mostly going to be using, it's going to be able to handle it very well. And I think that that's a lot better option for those who want to be a little bit more mobile. So I don't think the M1 is going to be that much different, besides or until we see apps being updated that really support the M1 and all the RAM. Um, yeah, so Amir Edwards is saying, I hope ProRes support isn't A15 only. I'd love to edit that on my iPad Pro. I'm with you. I'm hoping that ProRes support will come to the iPads and will come to things like LumaFusion. That would be awesome, because if it can shoot on the iPhone, it should be able to be edited on the iPhone, which should be able to be edited on the iPad and things like that as well, right? So let's just see what happens with that. I'll probably try to reach out to LumaTouch and see what their thoughts are on getting ProRes support on LumaFusion. And for those of you who are not hip on ProRes support, it's a bigger file format, which is going to be easy to be editable on things like Final Cut Pro and things like that, and it's going to give you more data per, I don't know, per second, right, on some of the things that you shoot and record. So you're just going to get overall better quality, and that's what a lot of these higher end mirrorless and DSLR cameras shoot on. All right, let me keep going down. So yes, the Apple event did end. Man, so I'm going back through some of these. All right, Matthew Vlasek. I'm sorry if I messed your name up. Would you recommend the 256 iPad Mini or the 256 iPad Air? Since the price difference is $100, I would recommend the iPad Mini for multiple reasons. For the size, for the capability, for the new A15 Bionic, which is going to give you a better processor inside of that, and then you get those new center stage features with inside, your FaceTime, Zooms, and all of that. So I would always bet on the better processor that would last longer, right? So unless you need that bigger screen, which isn't really that big of a difference going from the iPad mini to the iPad Air, to be honest. Now, if you're going to something like an iPad Pro that's like 13, 12.9 inches, then that's something that you need. You need those specific, you need that specific screen size, that specific screen real estate. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But man, yeah, Adam, I know no AirPods today, so that must be a new, different event. But or maybe they're just gonna drop that without an event because they really dropped so much today. I don't know unless they come out with that with the new, what is it, M1X laptops coming possibly later this fall, MacBook Pros and things of that nature. Maybe it'll come with that. But yeah, yeah, I know that everything that's going on with this event showed me that Apple's really trying to take leaps and bounds when it comes to the processing of video and cameras and the way that they do a lot of that. They showed a lot of photography, videography, and the things that you can do with these iPads and these iPhones. So I'm really hyped. I mean, I want to see what's going to be what's going to take that content creator to that next level. Will this cinematic mode in these iPhone 13s be as crazy as we saw on these commercials, or will in everyday use will it just be random? I'm not sure, and kind of funny looking. We'll have to see. But yes, there was no AirPods mentioned today. Man, but yeah, this has been a great day. I don't know. I'm hyped. I'm still hyped. And so, touch tennis, you already know. I already know you're about to cop so much of what's going on. I am for my recommendations for myself, I'm going to get the iPad Mini 6 just because I've been asking for something like that for so long. It works so well in a mobile environment. And I love, the fact that, it can do all the things that I do on an iPad, just smaller, more capable, and it has the better screen, it has the center stage, it has the new A15. I'm getting that for sure. The other thing that I will be getting is the iPhone 13 Pro because I want the Pro features. I want that updated ultra wide camera. I want that the new updated wide and the new updated telephoto lens with this new cinematic mode. I really want to test that out and leave all of these cameras that I have here, alone for a little bit and see what I can do to create better content, because now, we're looking at a stage right now when it comes to anybody, if you're like me and you want to do more content creation, it is really about consistency and your community, being consistent, putting content out there and, being very focused on your community is really going to help your brand a lot. So I'm getting that 13 Pro. I'm getting that iPad Mini 6 for sure. Hey, Motion Crafter, what's going on? All right, Winter Productions. How do you feel about the color options? Orange was not available. I don't know. The color options that's something that I have to think about, especially with this 13 Pro. Let me see and view the pricing here. Let's see what colors we got. Yeah. So I mean, we're looking at, I like this baby blue little feature, Sierra blue. That's cool. I'll probably end up getting the graphite on the iPhone 13 Pro, and I will get most likely 256 gigabytes of storage, which I normally do, which is pretty fine for me as far as a phone is concerned. And so, yeah, that's what's going to happen for me. And like I said, space gray or graphite is probably the one, and it'll probably be very similar. Is this the graphite? Yeah, it'll probably be very similar to this. So I don't know. I was hoping for the matte black, but they didn't hit it with that. So, yeah, the new Apple Watch Series 7, and if you have a Series 6 or maybe even a Series 5, and you don't necessarily need that bigger Apple Watch screen size, I don't know what the upgrade is. It can be faster charge, you can do all of those things, but for me, that is just not a game changer at all. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, people were looking for the coral orange. I hear you. I don't, I was hoping for the same different colorways. I'm not an orange guy, more of a green guy, but I definitely was hoping for a matte black. So yeah, upgrading the Apple Watch from the Series 6 to the Series 7, I'm not going to do it initially. If I see it and I get hype about it and there's a specific reason that everybody's talking about it's worth the upgrade, I might check it out. But for mostly, For my concerns, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to stick with this Apple Watch Series 6 and chill out on all these purchases. um, yeah, so man, the mini was the 13 mini with an upgraded battery was something that I was contemplating. Given the fact that cinematic mode is available on the 13 mini as well, and they said that there's about a 1.5 hour up more hours that you get on the battery life per day if you get the mini, and 2.5 hours extra time that you would get on the regular 13, 1.5 hours extra time on your battery life for the 13 Pro, and 2.5 hours extra time of battery life on the 13 Pro Max. So, Task Productions, do you really need the 1 terabyte? Why not just transfer it to the cloud? I hear you. I don't, I think the only reason people would need a 1 terabyte phone is if this ProRes feature that's coming later on, which you're going to be able to shoot ProRes on your phone, that's going to take up a lot of storage. So, figuring that out. But then there's also the thing of transferring that footage, right? Because even if you bring it to the cloud, then you're constantly transferring a lot of data back and forth. And then two, Lightning still isn't as fast as something like Thunderbolt or a USB Type C. So, I just don't see the need to get anything like that big of storage for a phone. But yeah, I don't know. Test Jenna says, I think the battery jump on the mini is great, but damn, that screen is so small. Hey, I hear you, brother. Hey, um, I've really enjoyed the mini, but I'm gonna let it go this year. Yeah. So, hey, Elias Henderson, what's up, man? What's up, Kazo? What's going on? Glad for you to check in. Good to see you. Yeah. Let me see if I get. Yeah, there was no one more thing. Elliot Nelson, man, he said it's underwhelming today. Why is that? Tell us, brother. Why were you underwhelmed, and what were you looking for? I got a couple more minutes while I'm on this chat, and man, I appreciate everybody that's been a part of the chat and the live. So I just wanted to give my thoughts. Yo, Adam King, thank you so much for the super sticker. Character dancing under a rain of confetti and taking his hat off to say, "You are amazing." Thank you so much, man. I'm trying to keep it up. And let me know if y'all like these lives. I can do lives a little bit more. It's so much easier than editing video. It just is a lot when you're just talking to yourself and you don't have anybody to bounce off to. So you got to keep talking and keep drinking water. Um, so Samuel bumps up Kim asking what happened to the AirPods 3. And I knew that was supposed to be announced, but I know that they could just drop that on us like they dropped the original AirPods. They just came out of nowhere and said, boom, AirPods. I think it was like December of I don't know when, 2017, something like that. I know that they're most likely going to be coming soon, but I hope that not only are they going to do the AirPods, but also the AirPods Pro as well with an upgrade, because, after having the Pro features on the AirPods, those are something that I just like as far as noise cancellation and things of that nature. I don't necessarily see myself ever going back to regular AirPods, but I get why people are looking for those and ready for those upgrades. What's in the cup? Just pure water, brother Chris Robinson. I got to stay hydrated as I continuously talk to y'all, because the more that I talk, man, it's just, it gets a little difficult. So Beats of Sleepwalker, I hear you, man. You're sticking with the 11 Pro this year. Hey, that 11 Pro was an amazing phone, and I'll tell you, like, that was one of the things that I wanted to, tell people. Like the 11 Pros were really, really, really good, and all the updates that they came with those were pretty awesome. Now these 12s, these redesigns, we could tell like people passed on them. Now these 13s, I think people are gonna. I think they're gonna be slept on a little bit. But okay, back to Elliot. He said the Apple update was cool, then the watch was underwhelming, and to the standpoint of it not making me want to upgrade anything. So maybe I get you. If you were on the fence about trying to upgrade your watch this year, this year wasn't the year that whelmed me, or just got me excited at all about the watch. I was hoping for a complete redesign. I think it was a little bit of a redesign. It's bigger, but I just don't know. I think that it just wasn't enough. But the iPad was amazing to me. So Yeah, so man, Arsh Mehta, hopefully I said your name, man. But should I buy the 13 Pro or 12 Pro? I don't use the cameras much, okay? Just want a phone for daily use. Switching from the One Plus, little confused. Okay. So if you're not a big camera user and you want to upgrade to the 13 or the 12, now there's eight options for you, right? I think depending on your budget, I would go with any of the latest models. Given the fact that the processors are better and they're going to last longer. So whether it be maybe just the iPhone 13, right? I think that starts at, let me look here. The iPhone 13 starts at let's see, boom, 13. Let me go to view pricing one time. 799. So I think that, let me slide that up there so you guys can see it. Yeah, I think that if you are somebody who does not use the cameras as much, you're still going to get great cameras from this. But if you can afford it, I would go with the 13. If not, let's see what they did with the 12s. Are the 12s? Let's see, how much are they charging for a 12? It's still the same. So I mean, I think they're going to discontinue the 12 at some point. So you might as well go with the 13 anyway. And so yeah, I would go with the iPhone 13 for you, man. Um, let's see. Well, Nelson, what's up, bro? How are you? Hopefully all is well. Taryn Hawkins, okay, what's going on? Regina Lowry says, I have a Note 8, but I use an iPad and a MacBook Pro. Should I go ahead and fully convert? So, if you are on the fence and you want to completely be on this ecosystem, I would say hell yeah, because it's just a convenience of having everything with the same synergy, from airdropping to continuity, to universal copy and paste. A lot of those things I do all the time and I don't think about it, where I use my MacBook and then I copy something from my MacBook to my phone, or I use my iPad and I copy it and it goes back to my Mac Mini, or vice versa, right? I airdrop things all the time. When I'm FaceTiming or doing any of that, I can do it on any device. And I can switch in between. If somebody calls me on my phone and I'm not by my phone, I can pick it up on my iPad, or whatever, on my Mac. All of those things, when it comes to continuity, really help you out a lot. So you might as well think about that if you're thinking about upgrading, because I mean, I'm telling you, yeah, you'll love that if you're really starting to get into the Apple ecosystem. Um, so yeah, Golden Eye said everything seems to be getting USB Type C. Hope we can get it on next year's iPhone. I don't even think they'll ever do USB Type C on the iPhone. I think they'll skip the port in general and just have a portless phone with some type of way of doing the transfer of data. So I don't think we'll ever see USB Type C or Thunderbolt or anything like that on the phones. I mean, that's just my speculation, but yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. Okay, my man Steven Johnson said iPhone 11 Pro Max holding strong. That was an amazing phone. Great battery life, great cameras, the whole nine. I don't blame you. Michelle Max, like, yo, I'm definitely trying to upgrade to the 13 Pro from the regular 11. I'm excited for the 120 hertz and better graphics. Yeah, so if you love mobile gaming, you will definitely see the improvements with a 120 hertz phone. Just because, having that type of refresh rate is going to allow you to see things just in real time, like faster than real time. You're just going to be able to see things so clear. And so having the promotion available on the phones this year is something that a lot of people won't recognize until they're like, wow, this is, it just, you have to have the specific type of applications for you to really understand it. And mobile gaming is definitely one of them. So Michelle Mack, I hear you. I think the 13 Pro is a great addition, or a great upgrade for you from the 11. Um, all right, David Hunt says, what's your opinion on the notch? They didn't speak specifically on the notch that much, but I guess it is a little smaller. And let me go down here a little bit. Man, why is it taking so long to scroll? All right, there we go. So, I mean, we see, right? Oh, okay. That was kind of cool how I did that. All right. Yeah, I mean the notch is I don't think it's going to make a big difference, and I think you're most likely going to um, it's going to be as similar as a regular until there's no notch. I think we're always going to see that notch. So I mean, the fact that it's smaller is cool, but we're still going to see it. It's still going to be a thing, and you know, it is what it is. It's just that goddamn notch, you know. So yeah, our RBUK fan. I like the MagSafe so much. I have a red iPhone 12, red Apple Silicon case, but there's no red wallet. Yeah. Did you see that? I saw that. Let me see if I can go to accessories here. They said that the iPhone has a new MagSafe wallet. Um, let's see, is this the new one? Yeah. All right. So they got the new MagSafe wallet with, so it comes in golden brown, dark cherry, the sequoia green, midnight. What is midnight? Is that like not black? Oh, okay. Let me see what this looks like. Okay, it's kind of like grayish, um, and it looks like it has. I think they said it had Find My built in. Let me make sure because they said that in the thing, but I don't see it here. Hold on, there we go. It now supports Find My, so you can be notified of your wallet's last known location. I think that's really clutch. The fact that they're using MagSafe accessories that have ways to find each other. So having MagSafe on the wallet, that's crazy. I like that. I've been using my wallet nonstop since I got it. Where is it even at? Yeah, and I just have my three, a credit card, my debit card, and my ID that I keep in here, and that's been a game changer. And one thing they haven't talked about a little bit, but in iOS 15, they are going to be rolling out, the new digital driver's license and ID. So, just another way for you to stay on point and not having to have so many things on you at one time. So, yeah, I don't know, but hey, I know everybody's on the fence about things as far as it goes when it comes to all of the updates this year. I just like the fact that they came with that iPad Mini 6. Yo, that with the new redesign, all of that, I'm getting it. I'm going to upgrade immediately. Um, Daniel Kren said Apple has no useful innovation in years. Ah, I hear you. I mean, they were on a roll for so long. Now it's just, I mean, there's only so many things that could be game changing. I think foldables, different type of wearables, different type of AI. I think those are the things that should be really focused on. But I think with Apple, they're slowly implementing a lot of these things now. So, hey, Princess, what's going on? Is the 13 a little downgrade from the 12 Pro Max? Um, Meaning the iPhone 13 versus the iPhone 13 Pro. It really depends on your needs. I think the Pro Max was good. Actually, I think it's probably neck and neck when you start to look at it, the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max, because I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe that the wide angle camera, the regular camera on the iPhone 13 is the same as it was on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So yeah, you can probably, it's probably a wash when it comes to the cameras and things like that. But you're getting a better processor and things of that nature. All right, a couple more, and then I got to roll out. I got more meetings, but yeah, so yeah, Storm guy, I feel you. The M1 chip was pretty innovative. So yeah, if you think about it from a chip perspective, Apple has been killing it and making things so powerful and so small. And so even what they've done with the iPhone 13 mini, the iPhone 12 mini, and all the things that's going on there. I think that we're able to see so much innovation from the chips and from the GPUs and the CPUs, the things that we can't see that are really game changing. So yeah, I mean, all of it is been slowly but surely happening. But all in all, y'all, that's my thoughts on what's happened on this event. Man, I think, overall, I'm going to go ahead and get the iPhone 13 Pro. I'm going to get the iPad Mini 6. And, oh, hell, TV, say what's going on to you. Um, and Lafayette Lane is asking what software I use to stream, and it is the software called Ecamm Live. It's for the Mac. and I'm using my Sony cameras. Hopefully the quality has been pretty good. And man, overall, if you got any more questions, drop them on this channel, or any more, you can always hit me up. And if you want to learn more about what I have going on, you can always check out my website, hennythebusiness.com, or check out the Patreon. You know what I mean? We have a really, really amazing community over there. And we've been doing some really fun things about helping each other level up with content creation, branding, and everything else. So, man, I will catch y'all in the next one. But if y'all like these lives, let me know, and we'll do some more in the near future. All right? I'll talk to y'all really, really soon. And yeah, catch y'all next time. All right. Peace.